how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ass Hat Podcast on YouTube, motherfuckers. What I got here is this is a well-read with fucking toothpaste on the cover. I'm trying to get it all off without really damaging the cover, but fuck it. Copy of The Best of 2000 AD featuring Judge Dredd monthly from July 86 is issue number 10. Reading the indicia, I want to say this came out like every month. This is unlike, my understanding is like most of your UK comics, like stuff in the UK based comics, you know what I'm saying? Not like when they're the Marvel stuff now. It comes out like every week. Like 2000 AD is a weekly series. Well, this was, best of. It's kind of like how, Mad Magazine put out like 4 or 5 a year, the extra thick issues that are best of. Now, let's check out the price here. Malaysia, $3.25, whatever their money is. Australia, $1.35. New Zealand, $1.45. 65p, which is pence, if I'm remembering right, in the UK. So that would be about 80 cents, somewhere around there. In 80 cents in 1986 is worth what? Let's just say this would have been about $1.25 now. This is over. It's about the same size as like your, Warren magazine, any of your comic magazines. This is the World Cup special. What's the score, Sam? This is a Robo Hunter, which was a character I knew of but was not familiar with when I got this. This is one of those. I got introduced to 2000 AD in British comics fairly young. I mean, that I knew they were. You know what I'm saying? I probably had read some reprints of some shit, or possibly seemed to have an uncle that collects comics back in like the early 80s. But before Miracle Man was getting published by Eclipse, which I don't know if when I first read that if I knew that was a reprint of a UK comic or not. The comic shop I go to off and on was over in Biloxi, Mississippi, and it was run by a guy who was from the UK who'd moved over to Biloxi. I don't remember exactly why. I want to say like his wife or girlfriend was in the Air Force or some shit like this, and he lived in the States, and he was the, back then a lot of comic shops didn't carry UK stuff. He kind of, carried 2000 AD. He kind of pushed Judge Dredd and all this stuff. Rogue Trooper was the one I remember he was really big into. I remember seeing and wish I'd picked him up copies of Warrior in the UK magazine Warrior, where V for Vendetta and all this great shit got their start. So I've always been into them. I never bought a lot of them then, but when, what was it, Quality or Eagle, whoever it was doing the color reprints of Judge Dredd in the States, I'd pick those up here and there. And a lot of the other series they put out, and I picked up stuff here and there, just off and on. Well, back, I'm guessing it's probably about 2009, 10, somewhere around there. It was actually 2009. I had a part-time job where I was helping out some friends of the family. They needed somebody to sit with their grandfather at night. He just needed somebody there, somebody that would stay up all night, and if, he needed help getting in and out like out of his bed into his wheelchair, from his wheelchair to the commode, they could help him with that. So I was doing a lot of reading. Because he would fall asleep, he was in his bed, I'd stay in his bedroom with him, and I'd sit over there in a chair. He'd fall asleep with the TV on with the remote in his hand. I couldn't get the remote away from him, so I couldn't change the channel. So at first I was doing a lot of reading. So I'll go online to My Comic Shop and My High Prices, My High Comics. And I fucking love them. And my understanding is they're still kind of around, but they don't have an online presence anymore. Torpedo Comics. Torpedo was great. Torpedo had the best prices, but anytime they have a sale, I just buy piles of stuff. Spend like $40-$50 on cheap ass comics. I'd have, like a month's worth of reading shit for work. Because most of the job was him asleep. I'm working graveyard. Well, not really graveyard shift. I come in at like 8, 9 o'clock and get off at like 7, 8 the next morning. Working late shift. So I'm looking around online. I see Mile High Comics having a really good sale, like really good. And using the codes, it's even better. I paid maybe $0.25 for this. That's why I'm not too mad that, I don't know how toothpaste got on the cover, but I actually, when I found this just recently, I scratched some of it off and gave it a whiff. It's toothpaste. All right, here we go. Welcome to your future. Galactic greetings, Terrans. I am Thrag, the football fan, bring you a special edition of the Best of 2000 AD. As football fever grips your globe with all Terran eyes on the land you call Mexico, I present Robo Hunter and his classic caper Football Crazy. Also selected to thrill for keeps this month are those 2000 AD All-Stars Judge Dredd and Rogue Trooper. No one knows better than Dredd how to dish out a penalty, while Rogue's ability to fire to rifle in shots from as far away as a mile still terrifies the north side. Blah, 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 blah. And then they tell us, where this shit's reprinted from. Rogue Hunter's reprinted from 2080 Progs. That's their issues. They call them Progs. I don't know why. That stands for program. 283 through 280. Okay, that's a longer one. The Judge Dredd one, Gunge, is from 280. The Rogue Trooper one, Millicom Memories, I'm guessing is what that says, is from 318 through 221. And then Tharg the Mighty, and This Is Your Life, is from 155. Now, this is published monthly on the first Saturday of each month, preceding cover date by IPC magazines. Blah, 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 blah. This is interesting. The Best of 2080 monthly must not be sold at more than the recommended price shown on the cover. Magazines limited 1980. Okay, this is Sam Slade called Brit Sit 252032 Robo Hunter Football Crazy Part 1. And this is basically, it's the future, and I'm an American, so football to me is the boring ass sport where you wear the pads and you run into each other and you get concussions. This is soccer. And soccer to me is, I'm not a big soccer fan, but soccer to me is way more fun to watch than boring ass football. It's like the World Cup, and Robo Hunter is called in because something shady's going on. Here we go. I like this. Justice Department warning. All citizens are hereby ordered to learn the WaterWise code. Failure to do so may result in loss of life. Your life is Judge Dredd. Be a wise guy. Be water wise. Number 1, spot the dangers. Water can look safe, but it can be dangerous. Learn to spot and keep away from the dangers. 2, know the difference. You may be able to swim in a warm indoor pool, but does that mean you will be able to swim in cold outdoor water? That's a good one. 3, check new places. New places that you visit may have hidden dangers that you do not know about. Always ask somebody who knows. 4, take safety advice. Special flags and notices may warn you of danger. Know what the signs mean and do what they tell you. 3, go with an adult. Adult can point out dangers or help if somebody gets into trouble. 6, learn how to help. You may be able to help yourself and others if you know what to do in an emergency. That's well handy information. And basically what it is somebody's cheating, controlling one of the robots in this World Cup thing. It was entertaining. I like the robots. They got goofy faces. The art in this is good. Who did the script robot was Grant Grover. Ian Gibson's the art, and lettering was Steve Potter. No names I know. And I like that it's oversized. It's black and white. I like it's on the cheap newspaper. I would like to get a bunch more of these, but every time I find them now, they're like, oh, that's $4 an issue. That's $5 an issue. They're a bitch to store. And it's like, motherfucker, why are you worrying about how it is a store? You got them standing in the stack and they're beat the hell up. Like, besides the toothpaste on this cover, this one's in better shape than any copy I found in the store. But, you know how comic shops are. And they wonder why they're dying. And I like how he's fucking, look at it. Eastwood maybe in the Spaghetti Westerns, the Dollars trilogy? I don't know. It was fun. It wasn't nothing like amazing, but the guy was like, okay, Robo Hunter's not bad. Because Robo Hunter, like I said, was one of those I'd heard of but not read. And I do like oversized, bigger comics, easier on my eyes. I'm probably going to need glasses in the next few years. My eyes are finally starting to show my age. Oh, yeah, and Robo Hunter has to, play for some reason. I can't remember now. Oh, I love this. The England team, Ray, Glenn, Cyril, Bob, Betty, Garth, Slade, Kid, Hoagie, managers Ron. Italy team, Salmonella, Macaroni, Ravioli, Minestrone, Not So Gentle, Batoni, Cornetto, Espresso, Cannoli, Spaghetti, Meatballs, manager Antipasto. Goofy ass. And the art kind of reminds me a little bit of Mad Magazine. This was kind of Robo Hunter and Brit Sit 2080 star pinup. I guess this town ain't big enough for both of us, huh, Sam? Huh? That's a nice. Who did that? Does it say anywhere? No. That's good art. The Gunge. Now this is a Judge Dredd one by. Script by T.B. Grover, art by Ron Smith, lettering by Tony Jakeman. And Gunge is like this nasty shit you add hot water to. Now, if I'm remembering right, it turns out to be was it recycled humans or some shit? What is it? Oh, here we go. Sorry. Here we go. Where is it? Choco Hair Bar. And it's made out of vomit, maggots, all this shit, and they make it edible, so they figure out some way to get people to quit eating this shit. I can't remember how it was. It's been a long time since I read this issue. I forgot I had this. Rogue Trooper. Now this shit, man, you got Jerry Finley Day as the script. Okay. Cam Kennedy, who I think is best known in the States for a lot of work at Dark Horse on the Star Wars license back in, early to mid-90s? Adam, if you're watching this, you might know. Adam Clark. Mr. Meme himself. If you see the picture of the passed out drunk guy at the Ring of Honor show from earlier this year, if they're facing the guy, to his right's a kid, and to the kid's right is a guy with glasses and like a little mustache goatee, little skinny guy. That's Adam. But Rogue Troopers is shit. The New Earth Future War fighting ground for the genetic infantrymen whose exploits are legend with the troops of both sides, but even legends can die. Rogue Trooper Millicom Memories, Part 1. The GI's helmet, backpack, and gun each held a biochip preserving the personality of a comrade who had fallen in battle. And that's the gimmick of each part of it is like a lot. And this shit is badass. Great fucking art. I mean, if I'd been in 86, okay, I would have been almost a teen. I would have fucking loved this. Like, if I could have gotten a hold of 2000 AD for a decent price weekly when I was, 8 to about 14, that would have been my favorite comic ever. Especially because it's over. I always liked these oversized books. Even as a kid, they're like, oh, they're so cool. And it's like Rogue gets hurt, so they're trying to heal him, and they're trying to keep him remembering old shit, like old memories, keep him from passing out. And it gives like a back history to Rogue Trooper that I didn't know, but I didn't know a lot about Rogue Trooper. I'd read 2 or 3 issues here and there from the color reprint series, and maybe a story or 2 in 2000 AD. Just really, really nice art. That's the thing. And if you like, I'm gonna count real quick. Okay, this is part 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. So like every week you probably got 4 pages. This whole story was like 16, 24. It'd be about a month, 6 weeks. You get a whole story. And now we some of these artists were not fast enough to do. Ain't no way some of these artists could do a 28-page book in a month, but they could do 16 pages in a month. And then we get Tharg the Mighty. This Is Your Life. This is by Esquerza. Is that the guy? Carlos Esquerza and Jack Potter. And don't give any script. This might be one of the things where if I grew up reading this every week in 2080, I'd like the character, but I'm really not a fan. And of course, we get the back. You had the blast from the past, and I get up to date with the future. In orbit every Monday. 26p each Earth money. So 26p is what? About 40-something cents probably. 30, late high 30s, low, like between 30 and 42 cents. So nowadays that'd be about what? About 70-something cents American. That ain't bad for how many pages this is. I like this. Beetlejuice Ministry of Health. Urgent warning, danger. Deadly new species of thrill sucker plaguing the galaxy. Don't leave home without 2008 reservation coupon. You give it to your news agent. There's the back cover. It's just a cool little series. And anybody out there know where I find a bunch of these cheap? 2000 AD, best 2000 AD, the Judge Dredd. Any of them, they're oversized like this for $1, maybe $2 an issue tops. And they ain't got to be perfect. I'd rather not have toothpaste on the cover. Or even got toothpaste on it. It was a little beat up, but it ain't bad. That kind of tissue, let me know. I'd love to have more of these. If you see any comics in my videos that I mentioned I don't really want anymore or anything like that, any DVD, and you got some 2000 ADs to trade for it, get in touch. I'll throw this out there. I need to start putting this in the description. If you want to get in contact with me outside of Facebook, outside of YouTube, get in contact with me about this YouTube series. The email address is asshatpodcast, ASSHATPODCAST @gmail.com. And I check it at least once a day. Sometimes, at the very least 4 times a week. So, I reply back fairly quick. That's the easiest way. I don't have an Asshat Podcast. Like, I have an Asshat Podcast Facebook page, but I don't really use it. I'll be honest. I don't really use it for shit. The email is the best thing. I don't have a Twitter set up. But yeah, if you have like some old 2000 ADs you want to sell or trade for maybe something you saw in the video, let me know. Hell, if you just want to give them away, I will cover shipping and give you a little money for your troubles, But hope everybody enjoyed that. Damn, I went longer than I thought I would. Hope I enjoyed that. If you did, give me that big ass thumbs up. Wonka, wonka, wonka. Leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. For comments, what was the first For those based in, let's say US and Canada, because I know most of my viewership's US, Canada, UK, Australia, but US and Canada. And UK and Australia too, throw them in there, anywhere in the world, but for this is, because I know it's for most of my viewership, but what was the first your country of origin, what I'm saying, comic you read? Mine would be some UK shit, of course, because I don't remember ever seeing any Canadian comics till way later. And I didn't see manga until after I started reading all this crazy shit. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.